All right, let's talk about something that drives every single one of us crazy, that dreaded, out-of-nowhere Chrome tab crash. In this explainer, we're going to turn you into a recovery pro, so you never, ever have to lose your work again.
You know that exact moment, right? You were deep in the zone. You've got 20 tabs open for research, another 10 for a project, and then, poof, gone. Your computer restarts, the browser's blank, and it's all just vanished. We have all felt that pain.
That immediate sinking feeling in your stomach? It's a universal experience. But here's the good news, you don't have to try and piece that perfect session back together from memory. Whether you just slipped and closed a window or your whole system had a meltdown, there are some seriously powerful ways to get it all back.
So, what's really interesting here is that we're dealing with two totally different kinds of disasters. You've got the simple, oops, I accidentally closed that tab, which is usually a super quick fix, and then you have the big one, a full system crash. That one takes a little more detective work, but don't worry, we're going to cover both.
First up, let's tackle the most common one. You just accidentally closed a tab or a whole window. This is what we call the quick fix recovery.
Okay, you're going to want to commit this one to memory. It is pure magic. On a Windows machine, it's Control-Shift-T. If you're on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-T. Hit it once, and boom, your last closed tab is back. But here's the best part. Keep hitting it, and you'll keep reopening tabs one by one in the exact order you close them. It's like a time machine for your browser.
Not a big fan of keyboard shortcuts? No problem at all. You can do the exact same thing with your mouse. Just find a little bit of empty space up there in your tab bar, give it a right click, and you'll see Reopen Close Tab right in the menu. Works like a charm.
All right, let's move on to the more serious scenario, the advanced rescue. This is for when Chrome itself, or maybe your whole computer, just gives up without any warning. But listen, don't panic. Your tabs are almost certainly not gone forever.
Now this is crucial. The second you get Chrome back up and running, pay close attention. The browser actually knows that it crashed, and its first instinct is to try and help you out. It'll usually pop up a little prompt asking if you want to restore your previous session. If you see that, click it immediately. That's your golden ticket right there.
But what if that prompt doesn't show up? Okay, plan B. Head over to the three-dot menu in the top right corner. Go down to History, and you should see a list of your recently closed tabs. Often they'll be grouped together as something like 15 tabs. You can just click that to restore the entire window in one go.
Now, let's say both of those options fail. It happens. It's time to roll up our sleeves and pull out what I like to call the expert move. It sounds a little technical, but trust me, it's not that complicated, and it puts you in direct control of the situation.
First things first, make absolutely sure Chrome is completely closed. Then, open up your File Explorer or Finder. You're going to need to navigate to the path you see on the screen. And don't worry about scribbling it down. We'll put the full text in the description below so you can just copy and paste it. This folder is ground zero for your Chrome sessions. So once you're inside that folder, you'll see a few files. Here's the secret. The files from your last glorious multi-tab session are still there. They're just the older files, and they're usually a bit larger because they have all that tab data. The trick is to rename these older, bigger files to have the exact same names as the new, empty ones that Chrome just created. After you rename them, delete the new ones. When you restart Chrome, you basically force it to load your old session. It's a fantastic trick.
Okay, we've totally covered how to recover from a disaster. But you know what's even better than being good at recovery? Not having to recover in the first place. Let's talk prevention.
There's an amazing setting baked right into Chrome that can save you so much grief. Just go into your settings, look for the section called On Startup, and check the option that says Continue where you left off. With this on, every single time you open Chrome, it'll try to bring back your last session. Crash or no crash, it's a lifesaver.
Now this next tip, it might sound a little too simple, but it's incredibly effective. For those really important tabs, the ones you absolutely cannot lose, just bookmark them. Honestly, keeping tons of tabs open all the time can really strain your computer's memory, which makes crashes more likely. Bookmarks are just a lightweight, totally crash-proof way to keep track of things.
And for the ultimate absolute top-tier level of protection, you might want to look into a browser extension like Session Buddy. What this thing does is automatically save your open tabs into neat little collections. So if a crash does happen, you just open Session Buddy, find your last session, and restore the whole thing with a single click. It is a total game changer for sure.
So there you have it. That's the full toolkit. We've gone from the magic keyboard shortcut all the way to advanced file recovery and even proactive prevention. You're no longer a victim of the random tab crash. You are now a tab master.
You know, at the end of the day, your browser is a tool. It's supposed to work for you, not create stress in your life. By knowing how to manage and recover your sessions, you are putting yourself firmly back in the driver's seat. So, the only question left is, are you ready to take control?